everybody, and welcome back to this week's edition of Will and Wise,
the Dog Show Drive.
Dog Show Drive. I'm Will.
And I'm Y.
Yeah, you are Y. I don't know why, but you are Y. This week on the show, we're going to talk about the forest fires that are affecting Canada, North America, well, Canada and the US actually, but we're talking about the forest fires. We're going to talk about the Tailgate Kennel Club, which happened this past weekend. It was a rip-roaring success once again. And a new AKC policy about dog safety, which had a lot of comments over the weekend.
Yep.
And we're also talking about going live on July 30th at 7 p.m. So all that
And more.
in this week's edition of Will and Wise,
the Dog Show Drive.
Dog Show Drive.
Hi, Will. How's it going?
How are you this week?
I'm okay.
How are things out there in the Great White North?
Well, we're still on fire.
Yeah,
we're still on fire. Yeah. So
it's crazy. There's crazy.
Megan put a whole thing on the fire, so we probably should go through it. She did.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So what did you do this week? Did you do anything this week besides, that?
So unfortunately, we were one of we lost our camp to the fire.
Yeah.
So, we have there is no more family camp out there. Burned to the ground. I actually have some pictures, so maybe I'll have Doc throw the picture
Don't
up.
tell Doc. You'll be like, oh, more pictures.
So, but to the ground.
Just send him a synopsis. That's all he asked for. If you were to describe this episode, how would you do it?
Yeah. What do you think the main talking points are? So, So anyway, buildings right to the ground. Not like there's not a building left on our site. And we had a couple of, we had a big garage, and a couple outbuildings, sauna. Yeah.
Did you have any personal effects there, or was it all camp stuff?
Well, I mean, it's camp stuff, but I mean, that's family stuff from, there is it's just kind of crappy that way because it's like the old stuff that made camp, so all burned.
Yeah. So your camp is like our cottage, right? That's what.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we call it camp in Northern Ontario. Everyone calls it camp. Out west, I think they call it the cabin. Even in Minnesota, they call it the cabin. So, but and for
even
Southern,
if it's not a cabin, they still call it the cabin.
Yeah. Go to the cabin. So, yeah. So it was. There's some pretty harrowing tales from our region of the lake because there's quite a few resorts. I think one resort has been spared. The fire didn't reach up that peninsula, but the resort where we go and launch our boat, it's only a kilometer basically from our camp, was it's really weird how fire works. Really weird because their house, the house that the people live in, to the ground. Nothing left. But there are 7 cabins on the resort untouched, it's just the way that wind blows and how crap goes down. And then all the seasonal trailers that were there, gone. All of them gone. So that's probably about
crazy
20 odd trailers, I would think. And those owners were interviewed, I believe, on CTV. And I didn't realize what they went through those days. I didn't realize how bad that was. And for whatever reason, I never thought about, they had 50 guests at the resort when this was going down. And they had no evacuation notices. Like there was no phone call from anybody saying, get out, nothing. And they had called several times. And yeah, so we're feeling a little bit bitter up here too, not to say the least. So it's been,
I understand.
Yeah. So, but we are a little resilient and we'll have to rebuild and get back on with it. So, but just a little bit of information for those that are wondering, or if it's the first time you've heard of it. So, there are still currently 139 active wildfires burning specifically in the northwest region of Ontario. Now, I know that
189. Oh, 139. Okay.
139. Yeah. Across all of Northern Ontario, there's 189, and I know there's lots of fires going on in BC too, and it's just and in like Quebec, and there was a lot going on in Northwest Territories. But I mean, this is the fire season. So, of the fires burning in the Northwest, 66.
But you've never, excuse me for a second, you've been in Thunder Bay your entire life. You've never experienced this before.
Not
really.
Like that close.
Yeah.
Not that close. Like there have been several fires in other, like near Lake Nipigon, which is east of here of Thunder Bay. Armstrong, I think, probably gets more fire than anything. But you have to remember where these are located. That's where the lightning will strike, and that forest is basically more wild. It's not a managed forest in a human regard because of the remoteness of it. Like nobody's going up there to cut logs and do the logging. And I think people
and sweep the forest floor.
Yeah, like you just can't get a rake out and tidy up, as so to speak, right? So that's okay. I heard Donnie's turning on the faucet, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
We'll be okay. Anyway, so 66 remains classified as not under control. So they're still burning, and there's a lot of reasons why things are still not under control. Some of them are remote, so they're not going to control them. They're just going to let them burn. But the ones that are closer to populations, those are the ones that they try to get under control.
Right.
Just a few of the massive fires of note currently burning in the region account for over 400,000 hectares alone. So it's
but that's even hard to fathom in your head how big
you
that
can't
is.
really. Yeah, you can't really. So so Premier Doug Ford, there's my big hard eye roll, recently noted that total tracking across the province's fire zones has rapidly climbed past 650,000 acres, which is equivalent of 263,000 acres. And overall newly active territory following a season that had previously seen over 600,000 hectares burned. Across of all Canada so far this year, wildfires have consumed roughly 2.9 million hectares.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But if you look at the statistical data, it's all tracking normally. It's just this fire is so close to people, and that's why everybody's like, bah! And rightly so. How there were no deaths in these instances, like the Collins Reserve and the Lac de Mille Lacs Lake itself, and Uppsala and Fort Frances area, how there has not been any deaths that's the act of God. Let me tell you right there, because the fire, and a lot of people don't understand, like forest fires are not like they're just a different beast all onto their own. Like the wind can change so fast, and it just sweeps you up, and that's kind of what was happening. So, but it is what it. But the air quality is continuing to improve here in Thunder Bay, and the fires are being fought by the brave, hardworking fire rangers, attack crews, sustained action crews, and our volunteer firefighters. The volunteer firefighters around Thunder Bay, like they are second to none, because they actually dealt with a lot of fires that were really close to Thunder Bay, and let the MNR deal with the bigger ones out in the forested areas. So we appreciate your hard work and dedication to preserving our forests and our region, and a huge thank you to them. So it's been a week or so. That's for sure. It's been a week or so.
I was in Miramichi last weekend I was judging at Miramichi on the Friday, and Linda Torrance and I drove down. We started Wednesday night and we drove all Thursday, and all day Wednesday we had that. It was like the fire was there, and it was not anywhere near us. But the smoke was so bad. And then when we crossed into Quebec, it got lessened, and when we got into the Maritimes, it was pretty well gone.
Yeah,
but it was so, leaving my area on Wednesday was so eerie. I think I called you.
Yeah.
And you showed me, this is eerie. Look at that. Yeah. But it was really, yeah. But just a sheer thought that it could travel that far. Yeah. And then you hear reports, obviously, in America, and, so it's incredible. It really is incredible in a bad way. Well,
yeah. Right? That was, I think that the smoke, I had never, the smoke was just crazy. I'd never it was so smoky. You put the dog out for 2 minutes. The dog came back in, and you thought that they were rolling in a fire pit. My hair smelled you just smelled like campfire, and it was crazy. So, but like I said, the air quality has improved drastically. We've had some rain. We are still supposed to be getting, I'm looking out the windows. We're still supposed to be getting some rain in the next few days as well. We've unfortunately, with our rain, a lot of times there are thunderstorms, which is lightning, which is vicious circle. So, but it's, I think it's definitely helped with the smoke, the rain. Like I said, it's good. And even my dog club, a lot of people are concerned about the air quality, and our show was August 7th through the 9th. We have actually, CKCE gave us permission to extend our closing date, so people can, if they decide that, okay, we do want to come, we've given them a little more time to think about it. And, hopefully, but as far as we know, our show is still a go. And, but if we can't have any fires by then, the whole forest will be burnt by then. So.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. It's been crazy. Anyhow, but yeah. So that's the fire update. So we're good.
Well, we're all thinking about the north and the fires and everybody involved and affected by it.
Yeah. Like I said, Thunder Bay itself was not an imminent danger. We're a little bit too large to have a fire sweep through us, but this is probably the closest we've ever, Carolyn? Closest we've ever had to us was so the fire was about maybe an hour away, and the big one that was out of control. So, yeah. So, but I did watch the World Cup.
Of course you did.
I did watch the World Cup. Español, yay! They won. So that was lovely. Yeah. And then
I drove down to Miramichi, and I judged at the Miramichi Kennel Club. And it was a nice show. It was windy. It was really windy.
Oh, really?
And we had bouts of weather, but I never got rained on. Other judges got rained on. I went in for lunch. The rain, the skies opened up. It poured. Everybody came in after, and they were soaked. It stopped. I went out, finished my assignment.
And the skies parted, and the sun shone, and there was the chosen one.
But it was a lot of fun.
That was good.
Who was there when I first got there? I'm trying to remember now.
Dougie McIntyre?
Of course, Dougie McIntyre was there. Perry McLean was there.
Were the Alexanders there?
Hutchinson, what's that?
Were the Alexanders there too?
The Alexanders got there later on. Yep, they got there later on. Richard Powell was there. I really enjoyed seeing Richard Powell.
That's nice.
I enjoyed seeing them all, and Lydia, I hadn't spoken to her since we did the interview, so that was a lot of fun.
Oh, good.
And then the Alexanders came in. I didn't get to. So we had dinner with the Alexanders one night. Then we left, and then Michael Woods arrived, and I didn't get to see Michael at all. So,
that's
which is unfortunate because he's one of my very favorites, Dr. Woods.
Yes. Oh, good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Delightful.
Pierre Talbot and Jean Dulin were there as well too. They were there before
Pierre and
us.
Jean. Mhm.
Yeah, and they're great guys. They're fun to see. So
We had them at our show last year. They're nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
it was
fun.
a lot of fun. It was a good group. And Patrick and Walter and Lorianne, they all worked their butts off.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Oh, that's good.
We had a lot of fun. That's for sure.
Well, that's good.
And we had good seafood dinners each night, and it was, and then we stopped for lobster rolls.
You guys are telling me that.
And on the way out. And on the way out, we stopped. It was too early. It was like 10 o'clock. Like, oh, we can't have a lobster roll. Lynn's like, oh, yes, we can. She has a little plug-in fridge, and she just bought 2, and we put them in the fridge, and we ate them 3 hours later.
Well, that was your debate, whether to get a hot one or a cold one.
Well, on the way in, we got the hot one. On the way out, we got the cold one.
And
I prefer the cold one, the classic.
Really?
Yes,
really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wasn't as heavy. It was more summery and more salad-like,
like
a seafood salad.
Light and refreshing.
Right. Yeah. Whereas the
like this conversation,
garlic butter one was heavier, but it was yummy, but it was heavier.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's excellent. The other thing I did this weekend is I watched this new series on, I was telling you about it, on Prime.
Oh, the trailer parts.
The Young Farts RV parts. Oh, anybody right now, just if you want some mindless television to crack up and watch for like a few hours.
They're into mindless stuff because they're listening to us. So.
I laughed. And laughed. It's like every guy I've ever known. And these 2 young kids, they're just so funny and they're just having a good old time and it's hilarious. So, and I saw them on, I watched their commercials all the time. I didn't even realize they were having like a show come out. So it's been very enjoyable. It was awesome. Little Canadiana.
You needed that kind of levity.
I did. I made Darren watch it too, because obviously he's upset. So anyway, our big news for next week.
Yeah, the drive is going live July 30th at 7 p.m. So join us on Facebook Live, as long as we can get it together. Just talk to ourselves. Is this thing going live, or is it just us?
Is this thing on? Did you hit record?
Well, so we're going to be there to answer anybody's questions. We have a few topics we're going to talk about to get the ball rolling. So pay attention, and if you have something, or just tell us to get off the air, whatever you want to tell us.
We're just like, hey, we're busy. We're trying to set up at this dog show.
You guys have to get off the air.
Go. Yeah. So that'll be it'll be fun if we manage to accomplish it.
Well, we're meeting on Monday. And we have all week long to Thursday to perfect it. So if you see snippets out there on Facebook,
just ignore it.
Pay attention.
Don't look.
Just us practicing.
Yes. So, you know what else happened this weekend was the Tailgate Kennel Club had their little shindig. Yeah, their super match 26. And they had like 114 entries.
Yeah, it was almost. It was
that is bigger than
some dog shows we have now.
That's bigger than the dog show here this week.
Oh, the Lord!
Taffy McFadden was the judge, and from the pictures, it looked like a wonderful time was had by all. This is like really becoming a must-attend event. We need to put this on our calendar, Will.
I know.
Because I
was supposed to go out there this year, and I couldn't because I had an assignment. So.
Yes, well, I think, and we are popular out there. Especially with those people. Yeah, with those people, we are.
Do we know that for sure?
Yeah, they like us. They like us out there.
All right. Okay.
They like us. What else? The AKC introduces new AKC National Champion title. What's this all about? I didn't read this.
Sure what that was, and
so let me explain.
Then you explain it to me. Yes.
So the American Kennel Club.
I don't read the agenda or practice because I like to be surprised.
Well, buckle up because here's a surprise for you. So They have announced, AKC has announced a new and prestigious confirmation title, AKC National Champion. Beginning with the 2026 AKC National Championship presented by Royal Canin, the dog that wins Best in Show will officially earn the ANC Prefix title. The title will become part of the dog's permanent AKC record and represents the highest confirmation honor awarded by the American Kennel Club. The AKC is also grandfathering the title retroactively, meaning every previous Best in Show winner at the AKC National Championship dating back to the event's inception, whatever, inception in 2001 will also receive the ANC designation with a commemorative certificate. According to AKC President and CEO Gina DiNardo, the new title formally recognizes the extraordinary achievement of winning Best in Show at North America's largest all-breed dog show and celebrates the breeders, owners, handlers, and judges who contribute to it.
Well, that's very exciting.
Lovely.
Yeah, so I wonder if they'll be handing out green jackets so they can all just hang out, in their green jacket.
Right.
Like the Masters.
Yeah. Oh, it should be red jackets because Royal Canin's red, isn't it? Yeah.
Right.
It's like red jackets, with a little emblem. Let's do it. Special seating, VVIP, very, very important, right? Section for the Best in Show winners, owners.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Yeah. That'd be fun. So, and then we have to go through this part, which we don't like going.
And this is never for in memoriam, remembering James E. Fredrickson.
Yeah.
The Dog Show community mourns the passing of respected AKC all-breed judge James E. Fredrickson, whose lifelong dedication to purebred dogs left an enduring mark on the sport. Jim and his longtime partner James No, we always call them the two Jims, became involved in the sport of purebred dogs in 1963. Together, they bred and exhibited collies under the renowned 2J's Collies kennel name before later adding Shetland sheepdogs. Their breeding program produced numerous champions, top-ranking dogs, and influential producers whose impact on the collie breed extended throughout the United States and around the world. Beyond their success as breeders and exhibitors, Jim and James were active leaders in the sport, including a service with the Collie Club of America, where one or both held several offices, including president. As highly respected AKC judges, they spent decades judging across the United States and internationally while mentoring aspiring judges through the East Tennessee Judges Study Group in Knoxville, Tennessee. Jim was admired for his knowledge, fairness, and unwavering commitment to the sport. His influence will continue to be felt to the many breeders, exhibitors, judges, and dogs whose lives he touched. The Canine Chronicle extends heartfelt condolences to James E. No and their friends and family, the countless members of the dog community who had the privilege of knowing Jim. He will be deeply missed and fondly remembered. That was from the magazine, obviously. But Jim... we've all been showing. I've been showing Jim for it seems like forever, and we became quite friendly. The two Jims, I really feel for. I guess we call him Jim and Jimmy. Basically, it's James. No, I call him Jim, and I call him Jimmy. So, but they were. I always look forward to when they're on the panel. They judged. You knew no one had an edge when they were judging. They were going to do what they were going to do, and that was final. And you could never argue. I never did, but I saw some people argue with Jim, and you never argue with Jim because you were never winning that argument. Either one of them, but he was a great guy, and my heart goes out to Jim, and I'm gonna hopefully get in contact with him and send him a note and tell him how I feel and how sorry I am. I hope we see him somewhere down the road. It was a shock. It really was a shock.
Yeah.
But then we had a bigger shock this week, so. Not bigger, was shocking as to how we lost this next person.
Well, it was last week, wasn't it? It was last
week. Yeah.
So, We'd like, so Nikki King, a respected professional handler whose life was tragically cut short in a recent motorcycle accident. Nikki was known throughout the dog show community for her dedication, hard work, and genuine love of dogs. She handled countless dogs with skill and compassion, earning the respect and friendship of exhibitors across the country. Our heartfelt condolences go out to her husband, family, friends, clients, and everyone whose lives she touched. She will be deeply missed, and her legacy will live on in the many dogs she helped succeed and the memories she created along the way. So she was big Akita handler.
Yeah, she showed a lot of breeds. I knew her in Bouviers and Akitas, and it was a tragic situation. Both her and her husband were hurt in the motorcycle accident. I haven't heard the results of her husband at all. I know he was in trouble at one point.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard that. And like those type of tragedies, like obviously we're all broken up about Jimmy and whatnot. This kind of accident, it catches
Really
you
hits
off
hard.
guard.
Yeah.
You know, it's and Nikki, like people saw her on the weekend showing dogs, then she's gone.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it just lets you know how quick life is and how quick life can change.
Yeah.
So be safe out there, everyone.
Yes. Yes. Well, I guess we should be getting across Canada.
Yes.
Brought to you by
That's
Canadian
we're
Dog.
doing for time. 25 minutes on the nose. Go ahead.
I know. I was watching myself, you know.
How are you watching? You don't have my timer with you.
I always note when we start. I do.
All right.
Okay. So across Canada, brought to you by Show Scene Magazine, the place. No. What am I doing?
See, I got surprised.
There we go. So this is brought to you by Canadian Dog Fancier, showcasing Canada's top dogs. And speaking of which, a side note here, this is a surprise for you. We are sending our best wishes and fast healing to Jeanette's mom, Nancy Warner, because she was in a very bad car accident herself, coming home from the Brandy.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
I know. See, surprise. But I talked to Jeanette.
We better reach out to Nancy.
Yeah, I talked to Jeanette yesterday, and her mom is on the mend. Probably going to be about 6 to 8 weeks of recuperating. But she was air ambulanced out of it too. Yeah. So, but Nancy is okay.
And that just shows you how fast happens. It's so fast.
Exactly. So anyhow,
All right.
Back to across Canada. So Cars Dog Club, July 16th through the 19th in Lombardy, Ontario. 4 shows, total of 723 dogs, which is about, they stayed steady from the previous year of 748. And then we have Pacific Kennel Club, same, July, in Langley, BC. 3 shows for a total entry of 741 dogs. Good entry. But it is down from the previous year of 893. So, that's down almost 150 dogs. Interesting. And there's nothing else close to it or anything. So,
well, we don't have we didn't look up the numbers for Miramichi, did we, or did you?
No, but if you talk for a minute, I might be able to.
Okay, well, we'll do our best to look it up while Yvonne's doing this, and because they had 6 shows, they just finished on Monday, which was yesterday, so it wasn't posted when we did our meeting, and so now Yvonne's gonna hopefully look it up because their 2025 total was 735, and Yvonne is gonna let us know as soon as she has the numbers. But again, stay safe out there, guys, while she's calculating. And she just took off her shoe. Hang on a second.
I need more than my shoe taken off. We're gonna tell Carolyn to take her shoes off too in a minute. But Megan didn't give me she didn't. She usually gives me up to that point number, and she didn't this time. Megan.
Usually she does, yeah. So
yes.
We can get back to that if you like. We can go back to the Miramichi Kennel Club and give us an update on that.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Reminders of closing brought to you by Canadian Dog Fanciers, showcasing Canada's top dogs. Kilbride and District Kennel Club closing date Monday, July 27th at 8 p.m. Show Secretaries MJN Show Services. And then we have the St. Catharines and District Kennel Obedience Club closing date Wednesday, July 29th at 8 p.m. Again, an MJN Show Services show. And Conception Bay Kennel Club closing date Wednesday, July 29th at 8 p.m. or when the limit is reached. So Secretary is Katie Manning. Those are your reminders of closings brought to you by Canadian Dog Fanciers, showcasing Canada's top dogs. Back to you, Yvonne.
Carry the 3.
And I believe the number has been found. Yvonne?
Yes, they had over 900 dogs across the 6 shows for Miramichi.
And that was 735 last year, 900 this year. 900 what? Do we know?
900, and I believe it's 927.
That's excellent. And
Yes.
well, they had a terrier specialty this year and a much specialty, so that probably helped.
Yep.
So, yeah, anyway, that's good. That's great to hear from Miramichi
Mhm.
and Patrick and his team. So good for them. All right. Thank you, Yvonne, for your hard work. And now we're moving
I didn't
on.
even. I had to do that by real math. Real math,
I
because
know, real math.
my stupid calculator is not
fake
plugged
math.
in.
All right. Show spotlight. Now you can say it.
Brought to you by Show Scene Magazine, the place to be seen.
Excellent.
All right. There we go. Oh, and this is another great show because I'm going to be going to it. Everybody's going to want to come because I'm going to be there.
Lord. All right.
They don't
Carry
even
on.
pay us to do this. So SDNG, Stormont, Dundas, and Glengarry Dog Association. Woo! It closes August 11th, which I made Will laugh earlier because I was looking up because I have to enter it. And I was like, woo, I still have lots of time.
But you won't. So just enter it. Enter it right after you do today's synopsis.
Right. So that'll be tomorrow. Anyhow, it is held on August 28th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. And it's held in Maxville, because I know this because I keep having to look up the address for my trailer drop off. Maxville and District Sports Complex beside the Maxville.
Now, is this the first
Ground.
year that it's been here?
I don't believe so.
Or
I
is
didn't
it
get that
second year?
impression. I didn't get that impression when I
Okay.
was dealing with people. So they have 4 limited breed shows as well. They have a group 7 on Friday, group 6 on Saturday, group 5 on Sunday, and group 3 on the Monday. So there's
Excellent.
that. There's 6 all breed agility trials. They have CGN testing on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I have got to make note of these things because I think Fandu should be doing a lot of this stuff. They have trick dog testing Saturday and Sunday, 3 scent detection trials, 6 sprinter tests, limited entry. I wonder if I should enter that too. They have a sanction match on the Friday. And then they have an all breed baby puppy event on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then they have all breed baby puppy regular classes on Monday. They have all breed veteran classes on Friday only. And then they have the Zone 5 Junior Handling Finals on Saturday, August the 29th. Woo! So that'll be fun. Then there's just a whack load of specialties at this show. Like just fun for all. So some of the specialties are, and this is why I'm going, because it's like a big setter weekend, just to let you all know. So they have on Friday the Alaskan Malamute Club of Canada, Gordon Setter Club of Canada. Malamute. I'll say it the way I want to say it, and I don't care.
Okay.
Canadian Manchester Terrier Club and the Association Québécois de Griffon Derret à Poil Dur. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is?
What is it again? Say it again.
Just because. Québécois du Griffon Derret à Poil Dur.
I'm sorry, I do not.
So we're going to have Megan look that up for us next week so that we know what those are. Because I wonder what that is. That's interesting. Anyway, on Saturday, August 29th, buckle up, folks, because there's a lot of specialties. There's the Malamute Club of Canada National, the Australian Cattle Dog Club of Canada Regional, Basenji Club of Canada Regional, Belgian Shepherd Club of Canada, Ontario Section Regional, Border Terrier Club of Ontario Regional, National Brussels Griffon Club of Canada National, Canadian Old English Sheepdog Fanciers National, Chinese Crested Club of Canada Regional, Dog de Bordeaux Club of Canada National, English Setter Club of Canada National, German Shorthair Pointer Club of Canada, their National, Irish Red and White Setter Club of Canada Regional, Miniature American Shepherd Club of Canada National, National Pekingese Club of Canada National, Ottawa Valley All Setter Association, Rideau Terrier Club, Chapendoe Club of Canada National. I want to watch that. I like those Chapendoes. I like the name. I like the way they look. I think because we have similar hairstyles.
Yeah, you do.
Yes. Welsh Springer Spaniel Club of Canada, the National, the White Hair Pointing Griffin Club of Canada National as well. Then on Sunday, they have the Borzoi Canada, Eastern Ontario Regional, English Setter Club of Canada Regional, German Shorthair Club of Canada Regional, Mini American Shepherd Club of Canada Regional, Ottawa Valley Pointing Dog Club, Swedish Valhund Club of Canada National, the Standard Schnauzer Club of Canada National, and the Wirehair Pointing Griffon Club of Canada Regional. And they have 24 boosters, but you can all go look those up yourselves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is just lots of fun. So on Saturday, the German Shorthair Pointer Club has a pork dinner as an event fundraiser on Saturday. And then there is Denim and Diamonds line dancing on Friday. Guess where I'll be? So, and for anybody who just wants to have a good time, come to the English Setter people area because we are always up for fun.
All right.
I might have my karaoke machine there. Just saying. So do you want to see some of the judges on this illustrious panel? Oh, Lordy, the first one. Tomonario, I don't know. I think it's probably Tom.
Tomonori Azawa.
Thank you. Kimberly Ann Meredith from the U.S., Kathleen Corkum from Alberta, Ashley Reed from Australia, James Covey from the U.S., Dr. Valeria Ricard from also the U.S., Don Deely from B.C., Murray Eason from Alberta, but he's not. He lives in the Maritimes now.
Yeah.
Yep. Michael Faulkner from the U.S., Alexandro Rojas Sanchez from Mexico, and Anuhas from the U.S. as well. And then there's some baby puppy.
That's a good panel.
Yes, it is a good panel. Red Friday, support our troops on Friday, August 28th. We will have a Red Friday. In support of this, they also are offering, as I said, the all-breed veterans class as well. So I went through the limited breed shows, all those boosters, smart casual wear all weekend. Oh,
that makes things like easier.
It does. Ooh, that changes my packing altogether now. The Zone 5 Junior Handling Finals to be held on Saturday, August 29th, after Best in Show in Center Rings. The judges are to be determined. Like I said, there was a Denim and Diamonds line dancing on Friday, August 28th, after Best in Show at the Metcalf Building. Same with the pork dinner on the Saturday after Best in Show in the Metcalf Building, fundraiser by the Shorthair Club. Oh, and they have open bar. Well, how about that? This show just gets better and better, folks. Holy moly. They have a duck hunt on Saturday. That'll be fun. And on Sunday, Pirate Day. Oh, maybe we'll bring Grandma with us. Anyway, that's there's just so much to do at SDNG, folks. It'll be a
There
great
sure
wrap up
is.
to the summer.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Faith and I are going. We're looking. I've been looking forward to this all summer, actually, to go to SDNG. We're going to drive like maniacs and get there. I think we're coming in on Wednesday night, and then we'll have
I don't think
Thursday.
that means it's an open bar. I think it's the bar is open.
Well, I know. Well, okay, I might have read it wrong, but I knew I thought it right. But it was just the fact that you can go and get a beverage. So whatever. I'm all about having a good time at a dog show, and you know that.
I do. Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, right. It says bar open, not open bar. All right. So that's
yes, don't
that.
miss the SDNG show.
And I'm going to be there. So make sure you say hi.
Gonna be there.
Yeah.
Make
And
sure
ask
you
Will.
find Yvonne, which is never a hard thing to do, and say hi.
Because I'll say hi back. Because ask Will.
Oh, she'll say hi back.
Remember that time we were in Shoppers Drug Mart and I don't know what we were getting. We were getting something, and the girl just started talking away to me. And you were like, "Do you know her?" And I'm like, "No."
No.
And you're like, "You're just as friendly as a pet pig."
Well, you are. You make friends wherever you go.
I try.
That's a good thing.
I try.
Thing. So that was Show Spotlight, brought to you by Show Scene Magazine, the place to be seen.
Yes. All right. So.
All right, moving on.
Let's get on to our topic of the week, which had a little bit of a blow up on
spark to the weekend. There's no question about
it. Was like, no. So our topic of the week, sponsored by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, where your success is our success. So it is the new they say it's a new policy for dogs being left in cars at dog shows. So the AKC strengthens dog safety rules at events. At its July 2026 meeting, the American Kennel Club approved a new unattended dogs in vehicles policy to better protect dogs at AKC events following several recent heat-related incidents, including fatalities. Effective immediately, dogs may not be left unattended in vehicles that are fully enclosed or lack adequate ventilation and airflow. Fans, air conditioning, temperature monitors, remote alerts, and other electronic devices are not considered sufficient to ensure a dog's safety. Owners and handlers are fully responsible for keeping dogs in safe conditions that prevent heat stress, injury, or death. Violations are considered conduct prejudicial to the sport and may result in disciplinary action. So effective July 29th, which is the end of is it the end of next week? Middle of next week. The middle of next week. Event committees must hold a hearing whenever a dog is seriously injured or dies in connection with an AKC event, regardless of whether a vehicle was involved. AKC has added a new disciplinary offense with penalties ranging from a 1-year suspension and fines to a lifetime suspension and fines of up to $10,000, depending on the severity of the violation. The new policy reinforces the AKC's commitment to protecting the health, safety, and welfare of dogs and promoting responsible care by exhibitors, handlers, and owners at all AKC events. So,
what does this new policy say, Yvonne?
Well, effective immediately, dogs may not be left unattended in vehicles that are fully enclosed or do not have adequate ventilation and airflow. The AKC specifically states that fans, air conditioning, temperature monitors, remote alerts, generators, or other electronic devices alone do not automatically make a vehicle safe for an unattended dog. The responsibility will always remain with the owner or handler to ensure the dog's safety and well-being.
I have to go fix something. I hear something.
Okay.
Carry on. I'm very good.
I'll carry on. So, why was this policy introduced? I was waiting for you to say that to me. So,
I know, but
unfortunately,
you kept hearing something.
so several tragic heat-related incidents prompted the AKC to review its existing policies. Even well-equipped vehicles can experience equipment failures, power outages, or unexpected weather changes. The AKC believes prevention is the best approach and wants to reduce the risk of future incidents. So that came out sometime last week. I think it was near the end of last week. And then
Yeah, it was the time for the weekend because it kind of went quite viral over the weekend with the people,
commenting.
giving their ideas in the comments.
Yes. So a lot of it is sort of, well, a lot of people feel it's kind of like a knee-jerk reaction, right, to what happened. And I don't know. I think we just got something.
Which situation?
Yeah, because I'm wondering if it's that situation that we just saw today. If that may be something to do with this.
I don't know. I don't.
And we're going to speak in code because we don't have enough information to tell you what we are speaking in code about. So we don't want to, as usual, we don't want to be saying things we don't want to be talking out our butts, as they say. So. So with some of the key points were like people have invested like literally thousands of dollars into these, into these, into the new technology, into these heat sensing technologies for their vans and their trucks. And I mean, it does affect, I would believe it affects the handlers more so than, me going to a dog show with my one pet. Right.
Because it looks like you're going to have to hire an extra person to just sit in the truck all day long.
Yeah.
Then I think it was amended a little bit. There was other comments that came out later on about doors being left open or windows being left open, and not all cases would be looked at the same. But we have people have rooftop air conditioners, backup generators, battery backup systems, temperature monitoring devices. Near the last few years of my handling career, I had a temperature monitoring device, and it freaked me out to watch it. So I always ran back and I left. I always did leave ventilation for the dogs. Yeah. Door open or whatever we had to do. And if there was times where it was 40 degrees plus and it was so hot, I remember being at a show, it was Limestone, I forget exactly what year it was, but it was so hot, I decided not to show any dogs that day, and we just stayed in the truck with the dogs all day long in the air conditioning, and we just looked after the dogs. That's all we did. I think Savannah Vince was one of my assistants at that point because she brought that up this year because of the soaring temperatures we had this year at some shows, and how she had taken some time off as well from showing her dogs. And that was just a judgment call I made. And I just called all the clients and told them what I was doing, and they wholeheartedly agreed. We took the day off. I think we ended up taking 2 days off for the whole circuit because of the heat. It was just too hot to show dogs, and we just made sure that the truck stayed comfortable and we looked after the dogs. That's what we did. That was our job for those 2 days because these are live animals. So.
Yep. And I mean, and we as a country, or as a continent even, I think we're going to have to start looking at more. And as much as we discuss how hard it is to find buildings to show in, I mean, that may be, we're not going to see as many outdoor shows. It's going to be like, in Texas, you go inside in the summer and you're outside during the winter, right?
Yeah.
So, for some, maybe
it's going to be tough on everybody involved.
Yeah.
There has to be an answer. Did we go through? What else do we have? Goal getters need to rethink how they manage multiple dogs during the long show days. I think common sense is going to have to prevail, and then things you're going to have to look at it.
Yeah.
As how it can work out for everybody. I'm sure all these directives came in response to some events that not everybody is going to obviously have that issue with. So
Because some of the other things like that we discussed was, does the wording provide enough guidance on what qualifies as adequate ventilation and airflow, or will there be room for interpretation? How will an event committee determine whether someone has violated the policy? I mean, I think it kind of has to go with, we're going to have to rely on common sense.
yeah,
And
I don't know how it's going to be enforced. I can't see there being somebody that's just given that job to go around and check all the rigs.
Yeah,
I just think that's not going to happen. I really don't know what the answer is. But I think because of the few amended comments that came out, I think Jason and somebody else got one out too, maybe Dominic. Common sense was going to come into play a lot. So
yeah. So the broader impact we discussed was, could this influence policies within the Canadian Kennel Club or other registries? Well, Canadian Kennel Club doesn't move fast on much, so. No, I don't know. We are, and in general across the country, we're not as hot. Like down in your area, yes, you guys get that hot.
We get it pretty bad here.
Excuse me.
Out west, they get temperatures, but it's a completely different environment. It's very dry, so you don't feel it.
Yeah, the humidity it's the humidity that kills you. And I know in BC, it can get extremely hot too.
Yeah.
So,
but the humidex is what really gets us here and wears people and dogs out. Like we also have to use common sense for people out there in those situations.
Well, we've discussed that before, right? Yeah. As much as I hate being out in the heat or whatever, I've been forcing myself to go outside because I'm going to SDNG and I don't want to just be a marshmallow in my trailer. So, so the other question, will clubs need to provide more shaded grooming areas, indoor creating spaces, or additional volunteer support? And those are all valid questions, really. Like if that to be the case where no one's allowed to leave a dog in a car, which is that's an extreme, but if that is the case, what's expected of clubs to, clubs are going to be expected to provide more. Because if you want me to go to your dog show and I know your dog show is like 1,000 degrees and there's no cover, I'm not going to go, right?
Right. It's going to have that effect on some clubs in the summer. There's no question.
Yep, for sure.
Because let's face it, a lot of the handlers and the owner handlers have gone as far as they can safeguarding their animals. And if they're still going to be judged for it, without let's face it, there's always a chance that something breaks down. It's just the way of the world. But we need to have secondary things in place to safeguard these animals, be it another assistant, be it windows open, doors open. When you talk to George always kept a fan going that was blowing through everything at all times, keeping the air circulating. But things have changed. When I was an assistant for Gary, we never had air conditioning. We had fans.
Yeah.
And that's all we had. But it has gotten, I don't want to argue with anybody, but it has definitely gotten hotter. Our summers have gotten hotter and more dangerous for the animals than they were back in the mid-'80s.
Yeah.
Because we never had that real issue in the mid-'80s. And we got away all summer long with fans. We really did.
Yeah. I remember my van that I had, I didn't have air conditioning in it. And the dogs were all fine. And I used to come down and see you guys and I never had a problem. I had fans that, hook up fans and blow air through the van, but it was never a concern, not like it is now.
Oh yeah, we have temperatures down 40 plus, and the dogs. It's just hard to keep the dogs cool. I remember even in the 90s when the temperature started soaring, 90s into the 20,000. Some of the air conditioning units weren't able to keep up.
Yeah.
And so things have
Yep.
like obviously technology is advanced and our air conditioners are better now too than they were 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what the answer is. I know people need to use common sense and looking after their dogs and making sure unattended vehicles have ventilation. I don't know, have they gone to an extreme because of certain cases, the AKC?
Yeah.
I tend to lean thinking they are, but is it extreme looking after our animals?
It's hard to say.
It's really a tough question. Questions for the listeners: do you support the AKC's new policy? I don't know. I think as long as common sense is used in evaluating each individual case, I'm okay with it. It's when they try to make a point of certain people.
Broad strokes doesn't necessarily,
right.
Convey what is actually happening. And that's the other part of it too, is, it always seems to be the fact that, something happened. Now everybody has to pay for it,
Right.
And
right.
You have to look
let's
at
face it, there 99% of the handlers out there and owner handlers out there know how to look after their dogs in these kind of situations.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's I don't know. I
it's
think
hard.
it's going to depends how it's dealt with.
Yeah. So, and then some people say, should dogs ever be left unattended in vehicles at dog shows? And it's like a double-edged sword for us because you and I both know you have your truck, maybe not so much now because of the way heat is, but before you'd have your van in your setup. I mean, you're with a whole bunch of other people in setups and you go off to show a couple dogs and you're gone for 15-20 minutes. You come back, your dogs were unattended in the van, but I mean they were safe. But now is that now are you going to be punished now for that? So that's the
right.
That's the reality
of it.
There's
so much camaraderie and in the sport that like I remember I'd go off and I'd say, or someone would go off and they'd say, "Well, can you keep an eye on our generator?" And they do the same for ours. We make sure everybody was. For sure. And if it did go out, someone right away went over and looked after it.
Yeah.
And got the doors open, do what they had to do, and looked after the safeguarding of the animals.
Yeah.
Should dogs ever be left unattended in vehicles at dog shows? That's hard to say. It depends for how long and what kind of system they have set up and ventilation. How would this policy affect your routine at shows?
It's going to, right?
Well, you're going to be worried about. Well, you're always worried about your animals. They don't understand. Dog people and handlers and owner handlers and single exhibitors all worry about their dogs. And they worry about other people's dogs too. They worry about everybody involved. There's always instances in the summer where a dog
goes down.
Stress. Yep. And it's amazing how many handlers and owner handlers and people just in general jump in to help that person and that dog.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it's ever going to be a case of neglect. At least not 99% of the time. 99 point something. Everybody's well aware of what's at stake, and they try to look out for each other's animals and keep our dogs safe.
Yeah. Well, I know, like at that Cambridge, Minnesota show that I go to, I'm always amazed at the number of people that will be sitting outside the rings watching, and then you'll get someone, and this is a newer person to showing dogs. Like you can just always get that feel, and it's like they've got their black lab sitting in the sun with them, and they're just enjoying the a leisurely day at the dog show. And then I've watched numerous times, or like a large breed like a Great Dane or something, and I've watched numerous times like either club members or other people go up and they suggest, this is really hot for your dog. You maybe want to like get him in the shade,
you don't realize how hot it is for a black dog.
Yeah, exactly. Or get him in the shade.
All the time. I'll be out in town and I'll see people in line with their dogs walking along the streets or in line at the ice cream or wherever, and their dogs are panting their heads up because the owners are standing in the sun and they're not
Yeah.
realizing it.
Yeah.
Dog. And now that's always obviously, people
Different.
don't want to put their dogs in danger, but that's never going to happen to the dog show person. They're
No,
not going to
no.
stand there. They know better.
Yeah.
I even walk my dog in the shade if I'm out walking my dog. So.
Exactly. So, but yeah, so the announcement will likely spark ongoing discussions throughout the dog show community and may influence future policies across North America, which, that's yet to be seen. But, for our listeners, if you have any opinions about that, feel free to join our Facebook page or email us. And
we may touch on this in our live and see if you want to come in and give us some of their opinions or stories.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
a good talking point. So.
Yes. So,
in fact, I think we will do that. Mark that down, Megan.
Yeah, mark that down, Megan, for the live. So, well, that was our topic of the week, brought to you by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, where your success is our success.
That's right.
Now we get to go to the last part of the show. Look at that. That was rhymed.
Kennel and bench.
Got to get us some kennel and bench.
You have to make it quick. We're running out of time.
So August 1958. So we're looking at applications for kennel names, and we're going all the way through, and we get down to the application for the kennel name St. Aubrey. How about that? R. William Taylor and Nigel Aubrey Jones from Montreal, Quebec. And that was so that they applied, I guess it probably applied a month before or whatever. And it was published in August of 1958. They had their kennel name. Isn't that crazy? And so then
there's Megan. Killeen was a very famous Irish setter kennel. John Royston. Killeen, Irish setters.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just looking through some of these names.
Yes. Yes.
That's fun. That's interesting to watch and see them all.
Yeah. Otter Hill, Francis E. Wheeler, Parry Sound, Ontario.
Now, Blue Chip. I always thought, because Olga Gagne, I believe, is Blue Chip. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But maybe those people didn't take it because they had a second choice too.
Right.
Yeah. Crazy. Or maybe she inherited that name, or like they passed that name on to her, maybe.
Yeah.
We should ask Olga the next time you see her. Get on that.
Or maybe she wanted an arm wrestling match.
Maybe.
You never know. You don't know these things.
Duel, draw.
We'll have to have Olga on the show and find out.
We'll have to find out, Olga, from you. How did you come up with Blue Chip? And then Megan found this article, which is interesting. So it says, and she has a note here, could this be the beginning of junior handling? So should children handle in competition with adults? The experience might be good for some who have been fortunate enough to virtually grow up with shows, but it would seem patent that youngsters should compete within their own age bracket. The question came to mind at a recent show in which a child took a dog into the ring because the owner was busy with another successful entry. It was her first experience. She didn't win, and it was clearly a disappointment to her. The child loves dogs and has a good way with them, but such an experience just might spoil her taste for future competition. Children's classes are great proving ground and not only teach proper handling of dogs in competition, but the all-important lesson of learning to take wins and losses with good grace. One of the greatest functions of an all-breed or specialty club would be to provide lessons in training, handling, grooming, and showing procedure. There are some excellent instruction classes in operation now, but not nearly enough. Youngsters well-trained will be the pride of Canadian shows in the years to come, and children would so absorbing a hobby will be a credit rather than a detriment to their community now and as adults later. Competition and demonstrations of handling by children could be a great attraction for the public at dog shows. Imagine the ambition that could be sparked in kiddies seeing other children expertly handling their own fine dogs. Anything that will give a child purpose and a sense of direction is valuable beyond measure in shaping the adult to come.
It's true. And anyone that's attended my classes or my seminars, I always start off with a story about my first time in the ring. And my very first time in the ring, I was about 7 years old, and my parents needed me to show a dog in best of breed because they had won both winner's dog and winner's bitch. And I said, sure, I can do this, thinking, I've watched it happen forever. And I went in there and I showed the dog. His name was Lance. It was a puppy Irish setter. And when it got to be my turn, the judge said, take him down and back. I totally panicked. I started to cry, and I gave the dog to the judge and ran out of the ring. So, yeah.
That story makes me laugh every time I hear it.
So, yeah. So, but someone encouraged me back into the ring because I was not going back in the ring. And that someone, she doesn't remember it, but I reminded her. It was Kim Pritchard. It was Kim Pritchard. She told me to go in junior handling.
Oh, really? Kimmy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fun.
Look what she did.
Thanks, Kim. Good job. Good job, Kim. So anyway, that was Kennel and Bench, brought to you by ProPlan, Fuel for Life. So click like and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Audible, CastBox, or wherever you get your podcast. Check us out on our Facebook page, The Dog Show Drive, Canadian Edition, or email us your ideas, comments, and more at dogshowdrive@gmail.com. Please do not forget, we are going live next week.
July 30th at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
So put that aside, get your dinner done early so you can come and listen to us and have any questions for us, and away we go.
That's 5 o'clock in Alberta for everybody at AKC. 4 o'clock in BC. Yep. Is it 7:30 in Newfoundland?
Join us for a conversation. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll get the boot after that. No one will listen to us.
Yep, will be it. We'll be done. And you can call in or whatever with your questions, and we'll have
you'll have to message in. You won't be able to call in, but you'll be able to message in. So,
but I think we can invite people into because we can do 3 people. Will.
Oh, okay. Well, we hope someone's listening. Then we hope we have a third person.
Yeah.
Don't you do it, Mom. You stay away from that phone.
She won't. Look how long it took us to figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's a mom-free zone for us.
True enough. All right.
Okay.
All right. Take us away.
So everyone traveling to a dog show this weekend, no matter how near and far, stay away from the fires. Seatbelts on, glasses on, everyone. Till next week. See ya.
Yep. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you Thursday.
Live.